Hello there, and welcome back. So, as I said in the introductory video, I will be just giving some short and concise and to the point videos as it relates to the migration process for me. And I want to first of all start with one of the very first things that I did before I even stepped foot in Canada in 2016. So in December of 2014, I decided to take a visit to Canada. I have family and friends here, so I came for a vacation and I fell in love with the place. I was like, yeah, this is it for me. Interestingly, coming from Jamaica, which is very hot and warm and nice and cozy, I came to a very cold place. I came in December, basically at the beginning of winter, and I just loved the weather. Strange but true. I loved the weather. It was cold. It was chilly. It was just nice. I loved it, and I was like, yeah, this is the place for me. I loved the amenities, even though I didn't get to go many places, because when it's winter time, a lot of things die down. But I loved what I was able to experience in that short space of time. My friends and family did make sure I get a glimpse of what Canada is like, and so the decision for me began right there. The decision to migrate was birthed out of that experience. And I would say to anyone who wants to migrate to Canada, before you make that big move, if it is at all possible, try to at least visit the place first. So we know that Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. So you want to do some research. And I will be using that word a lot during these videos because research is very important in this migration process. So you want to do some research on the province that you are interested in. And if it's possible at all, you want to visit it before you make your plunge into migrating there. Um, and whatever route you're going to take to migrate to Canada, if you have family or friends in a particular province, my advice would be to go to that province. Unless you are, one of those persons like, I don't mind going somewhere where I don't know anyone. You can do that, but my advice would be, because of how lonely and genuinely cold, not just by means of weather, but in terms of experience, how cold the place can be, how depressing it sometimes gets in the winter. You want to be surrounded by people that you know. So that would be my bit of advice: to try to visit the place first, and second, to go where you have family. So I am in Ontario, and the advice I'll be giving will definitely concentrate on the province of Ontario, because that's where I visited and that's where I am now. So I can talk to that. There are different immigration rules or processes as it relates to different provinces. So you definitely want to make sure that you, as I said, do that research, because you don't want to be looking at immigration processes for one province and thinking, oh, I probably go to this other one, without doing the research, and then you realize that it's totally different. So do the research. Um, which brings me to my next point, and this is basically the first and most important step now that you want to take. Once you say, yeah, Canada is for me, I want to migrate there, and you can decide whether or not you want to go the express entry route, which is based on your work experience and qualifications, or if you want to go the study route, which will allow you to have Canadian work experience and Canadian qualifications. So once you settle in your mind that, okay, I know which province I want to go to, and I know which route I want to take, do adequate research. Now, my background is in teaching, and I know that for most academic institutions, the major academic year begins in September. So, I would say to anyone who is going to go the school route, and that's the route I will be talking about because that's the route I took. Anybody who wants to go to the school route, I would suggest to you, you start your research in the academic year prior to the one that you want to attend. So for me, I I started school in September 2016, but my research began in about November of 2015, right? So I was able to research the process involved to study here in Canada, as well as the course that I wanted to apply for. So that's a very important thing that you want to do, um, because I believe it gives you time to make a decision and also to apply, because I believe most institutions cut off their processes by February, April, probably about May, springtime, for the fall intake, which is in September. So you want to give yourself enough time to research, and you also want to give yourself enough time to apply. All right? So that would be one of the first things that you want to do. And when I say research, guys, I'm telling you, it is very important. Find out everything you need to know, because you are going to have to convince Canadian immigration as to why they should let you in the country to come study this particular thing. So do your research, be informed, and try to know exactly what is going to work for you. Now, the next thing I did in the same time period, between November and December of 2015, was that I contacted a consultant in Jamaica, an immigration consultancy agent, agency, and I signed a contract with them for them to help me with the process. So they would have taken on the bulk of the immigration process, the application process, which basically is twofold. So you're applying for a school in Canada, as well as you're going to now apply for the student visa. So it's a big process, but it has two main facets to it. So you can do this by yourself. I'm not sitting here and advocating for any agency and telling you that to be successful, that's the route you have to go. And later on in my story, you'll understand why I say either works. So you want to definitely, in your research, see what works best for you. When you look on the Canadian immigration website, you can decide, is this something I can handle by myself? If not, let me seek the help of an agency, and they will take on the bulk of the work. And they will also, I believe, the one that I was assigned to will provide you with information as well. So you want to do that. And what happens, as I said before, is that the application process is dual. So the first thing that they will do for you is start by asking you what courses you're interested in, what province you want to go to, as well as the schools. They will provide you with information as to the schools now that offer these courses. So just to summarize what I said, overall, you want to start as early as the academic year prior to the one that you want to start studying in. You want to determine through research if you can handle the process by yourself, or if an agency might help you. You want to consider the course, the school, and the province. All right, so that's first and major steps. So join me again next week when I'll actually now go in depth as to what the school application process looks like, and I'll provide you with dates and times as to when I did my own process. Thank you so much, and see you again next week.